So, what's your name and how old were you when you created this place?
I'm Neil, and I was 32 when we first started the charity, and then 34 when it actually opened. So yeah.
I should just speak a bit louder as well.
Okay.
Yeah. So, what inspired you to open this beautiful sanctuary?
From years ago, I went after school. I went travelling in Borneo, and I saw the big black and red swallowtails out there. Started following them. I was into plants, tropical plants like these, and then I started following butterflies, and I saw butterfly farms out there in Borneo, and thought I could do that. Well, with difficulty you can, but
It's very hot in this room, isn't it?
it's hot, but they have to have that heat. They're cold-blooded animals, and they're used to heat. But the heat here is nothing compared with Indonesia. You've got really ferocious sun on your head, so you start sweating pints. I mean, this is really just quite lukewarm.
How many different species of butterfly are here?
We've probably got about 30 at the moment, something like that. Some we've only got one or two of, which we only see once a week. But it varies. So in the summer we have up to 400 in here.
I've noticed the green ones seem happy to land on your finger more often.
Yeah, they are the tamest. So that's just a genetical fluke that they happen to like people.
Why is that?
Well, maybe in the wild they use animals. Who knows? Pigs or who knows? They come from Costa Rica, and maybe they're used to going on people, but they suddenly get tame.
The green ones are very tame. I've noticed that.
Yeah. So they definitely use fruit, and they go on animal dung, and they like sweat. So that's their thing. That's what they eat in the wild. Whereas the other ones are flower feeders. They're just not interested in people. Like these little postmen just behind us here. There, that black and white one. So
yeah, that one.
So they are flower feeders, and they actually come over here. Let's have a look. They need a special cucumber. This one, and this plant has evolved just to feed them pollen, and only that butterfly. And
so you not just cultivated the butterflies, you cultivated the plants.
More plants than butterflies. Much more work with plants.
So you've actually got quite a lot of. These are tropical plants then here.
Yeah, these are all tropicals, and then we have outside. I try and find a relative of a tropical, which is hardy outside. And that's what's taken us 20 years. The breeding has taken off in the last 5 because it takes that long to find a plant, test it, and it all gets eaten to the ground. You grow it up, and maybe grow 4 of them and 8 of them 1 year, and 16 and 32. It takes a long time. It's really, it's amazing the long lag phase, and it suddenly started doing well. So,
how long do these butterflies live for?
that varies. So we breed, the ones we breed are going to be 6 weeks to 8 weeks. There's a lot of things in here that still eat them.
What eat the butterflies?
Yeah, there's mice and frogs and newts, and it's just an ecosystem, but it doesn't have the birds. But there's still spiders and ants being the worst ones. Wood mice, things. But that's just
So you've got to. I noticed in the corner you've got you're raising butterflies. Is that right?
for breeding, you mean?
Yeah. Is that?
Yeah. Oh, whereabouts? Are you looking?
Oh, just over there. Is that not what that is?
That's where. Yeah, that's where we've bred them inside, and some of these we've bought, and then others we've bred. So we put the pupae in there just to keep them away from the mice, keep them more humid than normal. But butterfly houses normally work by they work by them being farmed in Costa Rica and the Philippines, and people buy them every week. But we just try and add on to that by breeding them a bit further, and then each spring we have to start from scratch again.
What's the liquid that you dip your finger into? And
That's just sugar water, 20% sugar, or you could use honey. Yeah,
They love that, do they?
they love it. The British ones would as well. Yeah, that's what a flower gives them. The flower might have its own taste, and it would have a few amino acids in as well, vitamins for the butterflies. So.
Have you got anything else you'd like to say about this place?
Well, I can go on and on this place. It's so many facets to it, you know.
You're living your passion here, aren't you? Really?
Yeah, I mean, it is. I mean, I always say to people, do what you do as if you had £1 million. I used to say it as a 17-year-old. It's true. You should, at all costs. And this, okay, it takes a long time if you're going to do that. But it can work. This has really worked, and now we're starting to be able to do a bit of conservation work further side of this place. You know, go to Indonesia and try and highlight some rare butterflies and things like that. So, but yeah, I mean, we do all sorts of areas, trying to budget. It's all new things. There's no book written on how to do it, and that's the fun of it.
Thank you for that. It's a beautiful
You're
place.
welcome. You're welcome.
What's wrong with him?
Oh, well, he's in trouble when he's dilating like that. We'll give him some water. You can see about this one, the blue one.
Oh. So you grabbed them by the wings then, didn't you?
I do, because I don't know how to do it. Yeah, but
Very gently.
we don't really want to throw it.
Wow. Look at you. So these are brand new butterflies out of that box?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, a baby then. Oh, you can fly.
Like shoot.